I'm Ian Kayanja.
And I'm Stephen Boero.
And you're watching VNN.
I'm Abigail Bowen, and this is Discover Nashville.
Belmont ranked 12th in the top 50 law schools for the first time bar passage rates.
Mental health week is just an extension of the conversation that we're trying to have about taking care of yourself, taking care of each other, and making sure you utilize all the resources on campus.
Welcome to the October edition of VNN. This month, Belmont celebrated Mental Health Awareness Week. VNN's Noelle Wessel sat down with counseling services to see what changes they made this year to improve the climate of mental health on campus.
I'm Noelle Wessel, and I'm here in front of the Gabhart Student Center, where Counseling Services is taking a preemptive approach to addressing mental health on campus. Counseling Services hosted convocation events last week to promote mental health awareness, but their work doesn't end there. Dave Jager, a therapist with Counseling Services, says he wants Counseling Services to approach the needs of the campus in a more holistic way.
Really intentionally this year, we've been trying to move from what we would call like responsive care to being a much more like proactive level of care. And so I would say that this week is kind of a busier week for us in terms of like being out on campus and stuff, but really intentionally this whole year, we've been trying to do a lot more with FitRec and with Title IX and different organizations on campus.
Dean of Students, Dr. John Deloney, wants mental health to be a priority for the entire campus, not just Counseling Services.
I think it's everywhere from talking about it in orientation to talking about it during the recruiting process to talking about it all the time, having faculty members talk about their personal issues, having staff members talk about our personal issues. I think it's as humanizing as much as possible, and then really norming it. It is normal to have ebbs and flows.
In order to stay healthy throughout the school year, Deloney hopes students use all the resources available on campus.
Mental health week is just an extension of the conversation that we're trying to have about taking care of yourself, taking care of each other, and making sure you utilize all the resources on campus.
Counseling Services offers various resources for students in need, including group therapy sessions offered daily and a new online therapy program.
And so we've done a lot of different group work in developing those, and research is saying that we get similar growth and similar change in our mental health by going to a group that we do in an individual appointment. We have a program now called TAO, which is available on our website. You do not have to even come into Counseling Services to access TAO. TAO stands for Therapy Assisted Online. If you go to our counseling website, the website, Belmont website counseling page, you can access TAO right from your computer in the middle of the night or from your phone.
Outside of Counseling Services, there are other campus resources available to students and faculty to maintain a healthy lifestyle, such as the Fitness and Recreation Center. FitRec's Joe Mankowski hopes to make exercise easier by bridging the gap between physical and mental health.
But we're offering a mindfulness class. It's a partnership with them. It's on our group fitness schedule. It's in our group fitness room. You don't have to do any fitness in it, so it's really great. But it's a 30-minute guided meditation where students, faculty, staff can come in and practice mindfulness.
In order to stay mentally healthy, Mankowski said, a well-rounded approach is necessary.
I think the big goal for us is to help people understand that aspect of it, that physical activity plays into your holistic well-being.
For VNN, I'm Noelle Wessel.
Thanks, Noelle. While Counseling Services is working on improving student health, Belmont College of Law was nationally recognized for excellence. Belmont ranked 12th in the top 50 law schools for the first time bar passage rates. According to the report from Above the Law, 97% of graduates from Belmont Law passed the bar exam, the highest in the state of Tennessee.
VNN's Abigail Bowen recently headed down Wedgwood to try her hand at axe throwing in this month's Discover Nashville. Let's see how it went.
I'm Abigail Bowen, and I'm here at Flying Axes, Nashville's new and exciting entertainment experience. Located just 8 minutes from Belmont's campus, Flying Axes is the premier provider when it comes to axe throwing fun. General Manager Taryn Lytle sat down with me to talk about how Flying Axes got started.
So the owners, they were looking to bring something, a new experience that was fun and different to Louisville, and they heard about axe throwing in Canada, went up there, fell in love, and then they brought it down to Louisville.
In order to get started axe throwing, says Lytle, participants must sign up online and then go through a safety training session before they can start.
So yeah, typically the customer will book ahead of time. They'll come in, sign a waiver, then they will be taken to a cage by a coach. The coaches will go over a short safety speech, which is our number one thing here, safety. And then they will demonstrate how to throw, teach everybody how to throw, and then we have multiple games that we can play.
Lytle says that while axe throwing requires some practice, it can be relaxing and fun for everyone involved.
It's actually very therapeutic. It is not about power at all. It's more about finesse. So when you come in and you land that first bullseye, there's something like in the air immediately, and everybody's just excited. It's a good time, and you just have this feeling of accomplishment, and then it's addictive.
After talking to Lytle, it was my time to get throwing, so I met with one of the axe coaches, Cody Jeffcoat.
Well, welcome to Flying Axes Nashville. My name's Cody. I'm going to be your coach today. First things first, we're going to go over safety, then we'll do technique. When I go over safety, I always start with the big 2 rules. Number 1, don't touch the axe blade. Seems obvious enough. You see it all the time. They're sharp. They can cut you. We sharpen them daily. When you're not holding it, hold it right here at the base of the handle.
Right.
Or the base of the handle, we call it positive control. Number 2, if you're going to drink, just drink responsibly. Tennessee state law requires that we sit you down, take the axes away, stop letting you throw if we see any sign, hint, indication that you're intoxicated.
Okay. After the safety training, Jeffcoat demonstrated how to throw the axe.
We're going to take a nice big step. When you take that step, lean into it a little bit.
Okay.
Do a little weight transfer. As soon as your foot hits the ground, you're clear to come down straight over the top. Get a little flick at the end. And
Okay.
throw it.
Okay. Okay.
Just like I said, aiming it, bringing it back, just take a big step, give it a flick. Nice. Good.
That was so fast.
Awesome. No, it wasn't bad. All you did with that is you just kind of pushed it a little bit.
Okay.
So instead of it kind of flying and rotating, it rotated, but it just kind of tumbled a little.
Okay.
Just like pushed it like you pushed the street
Okay.
basketball.
Okay. Although it took quite a few tries.
Yeah, good. 10 times better. Good. Nice. Good. Yes. Yeah. Good.
I finally got my first hit, and after that, I was excited to keep going.
A little bit low, but that comes with time. Yeah. Yeah, Vicky. Yeah. Close. And then go through your. Oh yeah. No, that's great. That was
I'm
great.
getting better.
That was the best one yet.
Oh.
Now,
After a lot of failure and a couple of solid hits, I was satisfied with my time at Flying Axes. To try your hand at axe throwing, visit flyingaxes.com to book a time slot.
Right there. I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yes! For VNN, I'm Abigail Bowen.
I'm sure Abigail will improve once she gets a little more practice. On the other hand, the students involved in this year's Greek singing event seem to have their routines down.
This month, Belmont's Greek Life raised more than $25,000 for St. Jude Children's Hospital at the annual event in the Kirby Event Center. The show included impressive displays of spirit and talent from Belmont's Greek organizations.
In other news, we recently went behind the scenes to see how a Belmont Showcase gets produced. Let's head to Jordan Chateau in the Kirby Event Center to see how it went.
I'm Jordan Chateau, here outside of the Curb Event Center, where we got an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at Belmont's Urban Showcase. Nearly all of the work that goes into producing a showcase is coordinated by a student-run production staff. Some students, like senior Brenna Jocelyn, have worked on multiple showcases in their time at Belmont.
So this is my 6th showcase. This showcase, I'm on hospitality. I'm also the green room manager, so I kind of just make sure that all of the artists are where they need to be during the show. They get on stage at the right time, get backstage, all that good stuff.
Freshman Kristen Jovic is just getting started working with the showcase staff, but has stepped up to help out in different ways.
This is my first showcase. I am on general production staff, so I'm just kind of, running around doing all the little tasks that they need help with. Like, I built some screens yesterday, I've held some doors, set up chairs, got the stuff off trucks, and just little tasks like that throughout the day.
The planning and rehearsal process for a production of this scale extends far beyond the weekend of the event.
So a ton goes into putting on a showcase. A lot of these shows end up they start planning a few months out. I was the associate producer for Christian Showcase just a month ago, and I was in another country helping the producer figure out the theme and come up with green room ideas and catering and everything. And so it's a ton of hard work. It's not just a weekend thing we do off the fly. So
they did rigging up in the above the stage, and they did sound and audio, and they had to test like all the cameras, all the lights, microphones, set up all the chairs, set up the screens.
While there are many members on the Showcase team, the event would not be able to happen without teamwork among them, said Jocelyn.
I think one of the hardest parts about doing a showcase is learning how to be okay with not knowing the answer to questions you might have, and accepting that sometimes, yeah, you do have to ask other people for help. Because I know, especially when you're in a leadership position, you kind of want to act like you know what you're doing, and realistically, none of us really do, and that's why we do Showcase, so we can all kind of figure it out.
For VNN, I'm Jordan Chateau.
Thanks, Jordan. That's it for this month's edition of VNN.
We'll leave you with an Office concert from Urban Showcase winner Chloé Hogan.
Hi, my name is Chloé Hogan, and you're watching the Office concert for the Belmont Vision. Sounds good. Let's get started, guys. 1, 2, 3, and... Yeah. Lips like cherry wine, sending shivers through the spine. Holding our eyes, make me lose all track of time. And I fall in love too easily, but I can't let go.
Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next month on VNN.
Don't come easily, I pray someday. Loving you would be hard.